All right, hello, wine-drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And, you know, the empty table is not a good sign for our fellow wine-drinking people that come by to see us. That means we don't have any of these wines in the store, but hey, we will. These are some really nice wines, and Julie's been doing some hard work to get her Livorno wines in here. And, you know, it's a small company, so, you know, you got to do a little bit of work at the Wine Watch. We just don't start buying everything just because you come in and taste us on wines and they're good. We got 20,000 wines in inventory, and I have to say, though, these were really unique, and one of the things I like to bring in, stuff like this, we don't have enough of these wines in the store, especially the whites. All right, well, I'm going to talk about the Prosecco, even though I'm not a huge Prosecco fan, but this Salatin Rosaluna, which is not a Prosecco, actually, sorry, it's listed as a Prosecco, but sorry, it's one sparkling wine from Treviso. But it had a nice raspberry and strawberry fruit to it, some pretty floral notes, really simple and pleasant wine with a short, tangy red berry finish there, a really nice little wine, $18 if you like things like Prosecco, which Prosecco is a cheaply made sparkling wine that should be put in peach nectar and made into a Bellini. But this would make a nice rosé Bellini. All right, anyways, we had some very unique wines from Mount Etna, which I had a chance to visit Mount Etna just a year and a half ago, and I have to say, incredibly new and interesting wine region. Well, not new because it's been around for a long time. They've been growing wine for a long time there, but they have a renewed interest in some of these varietals here, like Caricante and the Rello Mascalese. To me, just incredibly interesting. The terroir there, this volcanic, the largest active volcano in southern Europe. And I think it just went off, actually, a few months ago. So, very dangerous place to be if you're a wine grape. Anyways, the Cantara, which is the name of the river here at the bottom of Mount Etna wine, the Al Natura Bianco IGT blend, a little Gewürztraminer, and Caricante. Caricante is the indigenous varietal there. Gewürztraminer kind of adds a nice spice and floral note to the Caricante, though, even though it has some floral notes to it as well. But it's more of a rose petal nuance, which is you get from the Gewürztraminer that's really unique, a little bit of perfume, white peach, and kind of fruit cocktail-like fruit with a little hint of white pepper spice. This wine's really bright and zesty on the tongue, almost like a light spritzy quality to the finish, and some of those floral notes, orange citrus and white pepper spice on the finish. Excellent juice. And then the Luci Luci, which all the wines have unique labels here, which are fashioned after, well, a poet's poetry work, I guess. I don't know. We didn't have the whole story right with this, but really unique packaging. And the most important thing to me is what's in the bottle. This is 100% Caricante, a really rich and decadent bouquet here. Minerally notes, anise, floral notes, candied orange, real distinct wine, apricot fruit, Asian pear, and on the tongue, very rich, a nice oily almost texture, and all that fruit and floral and minerality just playing on the finish, and really strong dose of minerality here, and long finish, everything holding together really nicely. Excellent juice at 26 1/4. Wow. Anyways, the next wine, Oscura, which, again, we didn't have the whole story as to what this meant, and some mafioso deal anyways. That's what they're known for in Sicily, also creating organized crime. And this wine is a blend of the two Nerello Mascalese and Cappuccio. This wine's got a really distinct minerality to it, kind of a light gamey character as well to the plum and cherry fruits. And this is a really juicy wine on the palate, but has that kind of game and that earthy character to really make it wild. And some dried flowers, kind of potpourri of spice to that earth, really exotic finish. Excellent juice at $40.50. Then on to Tuscany with Gussalli Beretta, you may recognize that name. They make guns also. Castello di Radda, one of my favorite areas in Chianti. This Chianti Classico Reserva is a new project. They started in 2000. It's 100% Sangiovese, like some of my favorite Chiantis. And this one's got a good amount of that wild strawberry and cherry fruit, notes of underrush, sage, kind of button mushrooms. Really typical Tuscan earthy character and nuance. A really elegant style of Chianti. They use this traditional Slavonian oak here. Really bright cherry fruit, a nice zesty finish and spice and earth and everything coming together. Really nice structure and depth there. Excellent juice. And it's a little bit expensive. I mean, not cheap at $48.75, but an excellent bottle of wine. The Gussalli Beretta Castello di Radda Gus, which Gus is the son's nickname, and they've been making one in Franciacorta, this family, for quite some time. But the new generation wanted to do something more exciting, and Tuscany is where it's at. if you're a Sangiovese grape in Italy anyways. This family is supposed to be the oldest privately owned company in Italy. So Beretta. Oh, well, guns, very important. Anyways, the wine is 100% Merlot. This wine's got a nice herbal quality to it, which you get out of Merlot with red plum and red and black plum fruit, cherry, some tobacco, roasted coffee notes, nice complexity on the nose. They're a really polished and elegant wine on the tongue. They do Merlot great in certain parts of Tuscany, and a lot of that dark plum and cherry fruit showing through the finish, and a lovely, silky, smooth, plush texture. This wine's got wonderful balance, excellent juice at $57. That's what we had to drink with our friends from Livorno. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.